hobby project, camping. The picture on the right is of a sunset I took while camping near Sacramento a few weeks ago. History. Camping has been around for many years and is used as a form of bonding time with families and friends. It is also used to build life skills among clubs and other group organizations. Camping is an inexpensive alternative to the vacations many families would like to take but cannot afford. Oswalt, 1998. As a clinical intervention for troubled children, therapeutic camping has had a long and rich history in the United States after 1977. Adventure therapy and related activities such as wilderness therapy, therapeutic camping, experimental education, and stress challenge programs have an intuitive appeal when it comes to children and adolescents with problems. Bennett, Cardone, and Jarczyk, 1997. History. A man's activity. In the late 1940s, most women refused to go camping because it was dirty and too much work. Wells, 1958. Most women wanted a vacation that involved more relaxing activities and less stress. The fact that camping requires some heavy lifting, getting dirty, and knowledge about the outdoors is why many women were opposed to it in the past. This picture is of Lake Lopez that I took about a week ago. History. Camping as a unisex activity. Camping is now socially acceptable for both men and women. Women are more comfortable with being outdoors and enjoying nature as well as learning how to actively participate in camping activities. There are now numerous organizations and groups that support and help women in the realm of camping. Camping became more of a women's activity in the 1950s, and in fact, an estimated number of 40 million women camped in 1958. Wells, 1958. Why the change? Women have become more involved in camping because of the change in gender roles and attitudes. For example, instead of women staying at home being housewives, they began to get jobs, finish college, and be more actively involved in their community. Women were no longer afraid of getting dirty and trying new things, and men were becoming more accepting of this lifestyle. Women understood that although there is work involved, camping can be a very relaxing and enjoyable activity. The picture on the right is of my friend and I at Lake Lopez. Tradition. Camping was typically referenced as a man's activity because they are typically the stronger, more outdoorsy gender. When women think about their ideal vacation, they typically dream about laying on a beach in the sun while men fantasize about fishing at a lake. It is true that men and women perceive environmental risks differently. They also use the environment in different ways and evaluate the features of natural environments differently. Berger, 2010. How to build a campfire. One of the tasks I learned was how to build a campfire. Here are the steps. First, get a lighter or matches. Second, find small bits of plants. Third, gather kindling or larger pieces of wood/plants. Fourth, find logs or coal. Fifth, clear out an area of about 4 feet in diameter if there is no available fire pit. Sixth, put small plants loosely in a pile of kindling but close enough so the flame can spread. 7. Once the fire begins to grow, add firewood from smallest to biggest. Pictures clockwise from top left. The first picture is the picture of my campers at a camp I was a counselor for about a month ago. The second and third are me gathering sticks for the campfire. The last picture is the finished product. How to prepare for a hike. When going on a long hike, it is important to remember the essentials. Here's what I learned. First, get a comfortable backpack to put necessary supplies in. The The most important items you will need to put in are water, first aid kit, bug spray, sunscreen, and food. Secondly, wear comfortable clothing that breathe easily and are appropriate for the weather. Third, wear comfortable hiking shoes or boots or tennis shoes that have been worn in. Fourth, make sure to have a map or knowledge of the trail you'll be hiking. Fifth, make sure you stretch before you head out. Here are some pictures clockwise from top left. A creek we found while hiking. A picture of me when I hiked all the way to the top of a zip line. A picture of me while on a hike. And our backpacks all ready to go. Relationship to class materials. This class has discussed the issues of feminism, culture, media, and how attitudes about women have changed throughout the years. In the article, Just Do It Is Not So Easy, Participation, Constraints, and Possibilities, the author states that many early advocates talked about wholesome participation and emphasized the need for appropriate activities for women and girls. They often expressed concern that sports activities would be too competitive for women and dangerous to their physical health. Colin Richardson, 1982. In the video, Sexism Sells, But We're Not Buying It, the newscasters discussed the women's looks rather than their knowledge. In fact, a quote in the video stated that the emotional, sexual, and psychological stereotyping of females begins when the doctor says it's a girl. R.C. Spicuglia. This relates to camping as a women's leisure activity because women were, and still sometimes are, viewed as incompetent of doing this activity without any men. They are often seen as people who would rather sit at home and cook rather than learn a new skill in nature. My past participation. I have in fact gone camping before, but never really participated in the necessary activities to survive in the wilderness. I was more of a bystander. I was reluctant to do these activities because I am in fact a small girl that is not able to lift very heavy objects, was nervous that I would do something wrong, and felt somewhat incapable of achieving the tasks needed to camp. The picture on the bottom is a picture of a deer that I saw at a campsite near Sacramento about a month ago. Feelings. This activity challenged me because I did in fact do some things wrong and it took a few tries to get it right. I was out of my comfort zone because I did not have help from anyone besides what I had learned from others and what I had read. I was feeling anxious yet excited during this activity because although it was a new activity, I knew I would feel accomplished by the end of it. One important tip I learned was to introduce yourself to the park rangers and campground hosts, especially if you'll be hiking alone. They'll keep an eye on you. Also, tap them for useful information about the area. Reynolds, 1997. I also learned that it is important to make every person do his or her part by posting a duty sheet outlining everyone else's. Klepperer, 1998. Insights. The insights I gained about women and camping are that it is a lot easier than it seems. It is definitely possible to go camping without any men around, as long as you have the knowledge and drive necessary to get the task done. I learned that men and women can enjoy camping together or separately, and that the men I talked to about this leisure activity were very supportive with having women help with the work. I would definitely participate in this activity again. I hope to go camping with friends soon and impress them with all of the things I learned how to do. I would be willing to do this again because I felt a great sense of accomplishment when I finished the task, and it was a very relaxing adventure. In fact, because of the economic status of our nation today, many travelers have shifted their focus from traditional vacations to shorter, more affordable micro-vacations. According to Campgrounds of America, KOA, there was a 6% increase in campground stays since last Memorial Day weekend, which is attributed to people not planning as far ahead to make travel decisions. The spontaneity of camping is perfect for families or groups of friends who have difficulty coordinating schedules to pick a date. Camping 2009. This is the Works Cited page and includes all of the information I used in my project.